What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystick's MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Alright, so another day, another build, and what do I have here for you today? Well, I have a build that has I repeat, none, zip, nada, no trial set. Today I'm going to introduce you guys to Zeus. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Character sheet. 30,000 max magicka. 19.5 max health. We have a pathetic 3,734 spell damage. Don't worry. We'll fix that. Magic recovery is at 1382. Weapon crit, you'll see, is at 63. Spell crit's currently at 51. Now, pens are 7. And spell resistance looks decent. I haven't allocated that into the CP. But when I drink my pot, because you'll need spell pots, now you'll see my spell crit is at 63%. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But look, now we also have our spell damage up to 4,419. But don't worry. It gets better. We've allocated all of our attribute points into Magicka. We're going to be using, of course, the Thief Mundus and Ghastly Eyeballs. Okay? On the opposite bar, you're going to go ahead and see our spell crit's at 58, spell damage is at 42, magic recovery's at 17. Okay? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good for, without modified stats. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the gear, shall we? Okay, so you're going to want the Master Lightning Staff. It doesn't need to be perfected. The perfected will be a boon, but you really do want this. It's going to give you an additional weapon and spell damage, but here's the kicker. When you use Destructive Touch, your weapon and spell damage increases by 600 for 4 seconds. It's going to be important to use this. Trust me. Trust me. And now you want the precise charged with shock. Now you can use flame if you want. I just picked shock. And our one set we're going to use, believe it or not, is Briarheart. We're going to have this infused with increased weapon and spell damage glyph. Why Briarheart? Well, it's simple. It's going to give us a crit, and it's going to give us a max stamina when we're on the bar. But the proc is what we're looking for. When you deal critical damage, you increase your weapon and spell damage by an additional 450 for 10 seconds. When this effect is active, your critical strikes heal you. So this is really nice. Now this scales, the heal scales off max magicka or stamina. But we also heal when we use our primary spam. So essentially we're getting 2 healing effects at the same time. So we're able to stay in the pocket and self-sustain a lot better. So we do have a 5-second cooldown though. But when you're hitting hard and you're hitting fast. Our monster set we're going to use is Damahas. This is infused with max health. It's going to give us max stamina and max magicka and that's important for the scale from the Briarheart. When you deal damage, you create a 10-meter ring of molten earth around you that deals damage, but we get an additional 300 weapon and spell damage. Yeah. Of course, our static set is going to be Mother Sorrow. So this is Divine, Max Magicka. Now you'll notice I have 7 light. No medium. No medium. Why don't I have a medium? Why don't I have, medium's the thing now. We got to use medium. Not with the Templar, we don't. Why? Why am I not using a medium on a Magplar? Why? Right there. Piercing Spear. I'm already getting my critical damage modifier with this passive. That allows me to utilize the light armor passives for my extra critical modifier. Ta-da! It's math. It's numbers. Say hello. I'm Mistick Raven. Yes, we don't want medium. We want all light. You're welcome. Can't put everybody in the same configuration. That's a no. All right. So yeah. So all light. Sash of Mothers, Divine, Max Magica. Gloves of Mothers, Divine. Breeches of Mothers, Divine. Shoes of Mothers, Divine. Now we want the Jewelry and Briarheart. 2 infused, 1 bloodthirsty, all spell damage. So you're going to want the staff, the Inferno, and that's very important. It has to be the Inferno. You want the Master Lightning Staff. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the skills. Primary bar. Now, why the Lightning Staff is a primary bar? Puncturing Sweep. It's an AOE. Right? The biggest thing you need to pay attention to in Destruction Staff is Ancient Knowledge. Lightning Staff, equipping a Lightning Staff increases your damage done with area of effect abilities. Now, you're not going to use Dagger. Why? Because we're going to use Shock Clinch to proc the Master Staff. Now, it does have a direct, but it has an AoE effect as well. So, it's going to launch an AoE effect and then give you what? Your extra spell damage for the 600 for 400. For 600 for 4 seconds. Sorry. So, very important. We want to take advantage of that effect. All right. Of course, Lightning Wall, Unstable Wall of Storms, AoE, and of course, Blazing Spears, AoE. Now, you'll notice that I only have one of the Fighter Guild abilities. Okay. I don't need to stack as much because I'm getting the other effects from Briarheart, Damahas, and the Master Staff. But I still want that 3% modifier. Okay. And of course, we're going to use Shooting Star for our primary ultimate ability. Back bar. This is very important. These are our dots. We're going to put our Race Against Time here. That's going to give us some minor force. We're going to use Degeneration, Vampire's Bane. These are 2 dots. We proc up the weapon glyph and then switch. The only time we need to utilize Radiant Ward is if we're in trouble, and it has to be slotted for the passive for the damage modifying ability. So you have to have, for Piercing Spear, you have to have an Adric Spear ability slotted. Now, honestly, the reason why I have my Shooting Star on this bar, I could swap it, but it's an AoE effect. Okay, it scales better on Lightning Staff than Flame. So I want it on this. Of course, this is going to give me, right, a lot of damage. It reduces movements. It also heals 40%. Add that to the Briarheart. We're doing a lot of damage. Okay. All right. Now. So we want these 2 dots. We have Race Against Time. And then we have our Flawless Dawnbreaker on this bar for our scaling purposes. Pretty good. But let's see what our stats look like after everything's said and done. Well, It's not lighting up. 69. 69 is the place to be for a crit. Alright. I know why I'm doing 64. Okay, so we're able to get up to about a 64. $72. There you have it. 72. Really nice. Really nice. There it is, boys and girls. Like I said, once you hit this, it's off to the races. So, it's basically, you know... I hate when I do that. Lay down the dots, proc it up, and then go to town. No. There it is. Oh yeah, baby. Oh baby, baby, baby. $72. There it is. I'm telling you. Oh, baby. Zeus. Zeus. No trial sets. No fluff. There you guys have it. I don't know, man. I like it. As always, though, I'm Mistick Raven. This is Mistick's MMOs. Have a good one.